because it's probably a mixture of both things, right? Cham has been getting better and better, and also special, he hasn't been like as dominant as he used to be as well, also kind of, you know, settling a little bit. So it's really cool to see. I'm
definitely.
We're big Cham fans here.
We're big Cham fans. I'm also a special fan after Cham's out of the tournaments. But man, I mean, Cham honestly is the only player that gets me excited to watch StarCraft these days. When I'm not casting, that is, because I am very excited to cast here today. Spawning in the top right-hand corner. I feel like I haven't announced this man in quite some time. He is currently teamless now. He's a free agent, so all you single teams out there, he's on the market. Give him a call, hit him up. It is the one, the only, El Envuelto, the cocoon himself. It is eGGz from Colombia.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the Peruvian, the Italian, the also teamless Zerg player. He is Ryu.
I feel like with all his teamless players, I feel like a creep tumor just got killed in the Latin American scene. And it's just slowly but surely we're seeing everyone lose their teams. eGGz is teamless, Ryu is teamless. I don't know who else is teamless, but there's too many teamless players here.
Yeah, really, these two players are teamless. Something's wrong. Something's absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
And before we get too much into that, we were talking about it. eGGz, he can be really aggressive and really cheesy, and he's making nothing but lings right now.
I mean, he must have something to do. He's got a hot date with his girl tonight. He's setting up the engagement maybe so he can be a full-on Chileno, or maybe he's got another tournament to play for some reason. But we see this pretty often. eGGz will just get cheesy when he's had enough and his patience is low. Maybe this is just for fun. Yeah. I can't read the mind of eGGz. I can only ask after the game, but I feel like this stopped being a thing back a while back, and we're seeing it again. The Link Flood trying to kill the base.
What's surprising to me is that eGGz, as opposed to the Zerglord, he's actually making a decent, he made a decent amount of lings. More and more lings are coming, so we'll see if Ryu is able to hold as well as he did against the Zerglord.
Yeah, that base is actually getting pretty low compared to what you would normally want. We'll see how the drones are doing here. All the lings are going down for Ryu. Oh, yeah. Okay, Ryu holds.
He does hold, but if you recall, when he held against the Zerglord, he didn't lose any drones. This time, he lost 2.
Oh, he's done for.
That's it. F's in the chat.
Nah, F's in the chat. He's a dead man walking. Not just this game, but the whole series. Just because of that. Nah, but we'll see here, because the tables are turned. As we saw, I believe, when the Zerglord did it, he ended up losing that match. So we'll see if eGGz can pull it off and how it's supposed to be pulled off.
Oh yeah, we shall see. Also important to note that the Zerglord did this on Everdream as well. Maybe it's a map dependent thing.
Maybe link speed is about to finish for Ryu though, and he could probably get these queens.
Oh, he could get the queens, or he could just go into the main base. We'll see what he decides to go for.
Oh, let's go to the main base. This is why you're one level above me on the ladder.
He's gonna get a drone.
Oh man! Wow, not a single drone. He probably should have gone for the queens.
Oh, he's dancing right now. He's trying to find an opening, and I mean, he's getting the queens a little bit out of position, looking to try and get a drone.
This is the funniest battle I've seen, because normally if lings are in your base, you just kill him and get out of there. Oh, he's gonna get the queen. What a guy! Even pulling the drones to try and save that queen. eGGz is playing crazy right now.
Wow. Okay. So Ryu was able to get a queen, even get a couple of lings caught out of position as well.
The thing that's bad here is eGGz didn't even attempt to go into ling speed. He's saving up his gas. I don't think he wants Ryu to see that he's going for a lair. He wants to get rid of these Zerglings here before he goes for a lair, and Ryu's just denying that as long as possible, trying to get the vision, making sure Ryu doesn't do anything cheeky. And now that he killed the lings, he's got to make a wall, expand, get a lair, something of the sorts. Because he has a lot of gas.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here, because Ryu, he did get his own third base a little bit faster than eGGz, only by a couple of seconds, and we're just waiting to see what eGGz decides to spend his gas on. He's taking 2 more gases. He's getting +1 range attacks, so he's probably going to go into Roaches. Whether or not he goes into something like a Nidus or something else, we have yet to see, as Ryu, he's just flooding things across the map, trying to deny this third.
Ryu's playing so good here. I think we might see Ryu win this one. He's going to get these queens, he's going to get these lings, he's probably going to deny the third base for eggs. He might defend the third base, but the smartest thing Ryu did was get his upgrades and his layer before eggs did. Well, he got the upgrade at the same time as eggs, so you're going to be even on upgrades, but eggs is going to have the layer. He can start his second upgrade, and he can go into roach speed.
Exactly, and this is the hard thing about what eggs is trying to do. Like, because you skip ling speed, it's so much more difficult to hold against like this ling aggression, and because of that, he lost 2 queens. The lings get into the main base of eggs again. Oh god, no, he's not mining. Okay, here we go, he's mining, and he gets scouted. Like, the lair timing gets scouted as well by Ryu.
Yeah, I mean, Ryu's on his game right now. He might beat eggs. I don't think we normally ever see Ryu beat eggs.
It definitely happens, but eggs, he's still the favorite player. Like, it's every now and then, and eggs, he's typically like, you know, the stronger overall player. And I mean, we'll see how things go here. Like, eggs is trying to make this work. He does have a decent roach count. He doesn't know that Ryu is going for a Spire, and it's definitely possible that eggs could catch Ryu off guard if Ryu is like saving up his money to go into mutants.
I think Ryu should be fine. These are slow roaches, so at worst, he just makes a bunch of lings and holds this fine. He's making a spine as well. Spine, roaches, and lings should be able to hold this all day. It'd be nice if he got a creep tumor down there, which he's doing, to connect his third base. He should be fine on the hold, and I'm going to blame this on the build. Like, that fast ling build never really works.
Yeah, eggs.
I don't see a world in which that works against anyone.
Yeah, especially like at the highest level. Like, do you really expect to like sneak a win like off of Ryu or like Jim or someone of that caliber? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure you can, but it has to be an all-in. Like, in my opinion, that build is an all-in build. Like, you got to do some damage with those lings early on, or you lose the game. And there was no damage done by Ryu other than 2 drones.
Yeah, and the problem is that eggs didn't go for anything like cheeky off of that, like maybe like Overlord drops or Nidus or something.
Straight into a Spire, like something crazy, wall off, go into a Spire, deny some scouting, something. But there was just no follow up to the cheese. It's like, hey, I'm gonna try and just ling flood you and kill your main, and he's like, okay, I didn't kill your main, I'll just macro, I guess, and be behind.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm gonna go into mirror matchup and be behind and play straight up. It's like, mate, you can't do that against Ryu.
Like, nah, I got it.
It's like, mate, I'm El Capullo, man. I got this. Like, I could do this. It's like,
I'm El Capullo. I'll have a handicap the whole matchup. I don't care.
Oh god.
And now, with all his Overlord spread, he had no idea these mutas were coming, and they're here. And a lot of Overlords are going to go down, heavily supply blocking eggs, and he's trying to get his own Hydras out, but he's going to be supply blocked for quite some time, I do believe. Look at all these Overlords on the map.
Oh my god!
There's still some more trying to run home.
Yeah, they're trying desperately to, and we'll see if they manage to get home, as so far 5 Overlords have gone down. A couple more are vulnerable as well, and we'll see what else these mutas can get done. Surprisingly, we actually have a couple more mutas on the way, and +1 fire attacks is on the way for Ryu, so he's actually committing to this. Really surprising. He's not going for his usual Lurker Hydra style.
Yeah, I kind of like this. Like, the mutas caught him so off guard. At this point, you are able to just continuously snowball the mutas, and you'll never be able to get enough Hydras out. He'll just keep doing damage to you, knocking you down a peg, and snowballing here. And I like this. He's killing queens and overlords with these mutalisks. What kind of government do they have here? They have lords and they have queens.
Right? Like, that's interesting.
Are lord kings? I don't know what is, like a monarch. I don't know governments. They have queens and overlords. So who's a higher rank? Does the queen command the overlord? Does the overlord command the queen?
Right? How does
someone
this
get
work?
the third government? Someone get the hive mind on the phone.
Right. And what about the hive mind and the overmind as well?
Yeah. Right. These are questions that need to be answered. They might have been answered in the campaign, but I haven't played that thing in years.
Look, if we don't know who's in charge, then it's just anarchy. Okay, it's just chaos right now.
Maybe this is just like an anarchist group. Zerg confirmed anarchist. I mean, technically they are. They kind of like invade planets and fight against other governments. But who's fighting? Who's fighting who here? Who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? I don't know. But I think Ryu can win this here. eGGz actually brought the queens, the slow queens. Ryu, sack the base, mate. Don't fight with the queens here.
Yeah, Ryu, he just needs to give this up, but right now he's just trying to buy as much time as he can for these lurkers, and there's no detection right now. eGGz, he's trying to push on through and just end the game.
He really went into lurkers. That's a good call. Super, super risky, but it's going to pay off here. eGGz is all in here. This is all he got here.
Oh, and there is detection. Micro. Yeah, like we saw him dodging the bio shots with his lurkers. There is detection, and there isn't that much roaches here to protect the lurkers. So eGGz, he can take this fight. Like again, Ryu, you were talking about he was being so greedy. He went mutas, and then he tech switched into Hydra lurker, and that was so expensive to do.
Riddle me this, Light. Why did it take him so long to focus fire down the one overseer with his handful of mutants?
Because he doesn't normally go mutas.
Yeah, he's definitely not a muta player. If you go for that overseer, then the roaches are screwed.
Yeah.
But I mean, he went for the queens instead. I don't know if that was the best call or not, but it was enough. I think Ryu had such the advantage. He could have lost the base, lost the lurkers, and still won. But I don't quite understand the build there.
GG. Honestly, eGGz, like he knew it. We all knew it. He was all in at that point. He had to end the game there and then and there, and he almost did. To be fair, like Ryu, he was being pretty greedy, right? He was investing. Like he barely had any roaches compared to eGGz. Like Ryu, he just had enough to defend his lurkers, and
yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. I mean, I guess it's not that weird. Ryu's, he's known for, eGGz is known for doing cheeky builds. Maybe there's an excuse. Maybe he's busy, hungry, some or the other. But, or maybe he's just disrespecting Ryu and doesn't expect Ryu to hold up like that. Or maybe he's scared of Ryu and trying to be cheeky to throw him off. But, regardless, bad build by eGGz. I don't ever see that build working in a ZvZ ever again anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it in the beginning of the day when we were casting the Zerglord and Ryu about how like players like Jim and eGGz, like they're nowhere near as standard as like game 1 and game 2 of the Zerglord versus Ryu. Like there's typically a lot more aggression, and we see that here. Like that's what we see from eGGz. Sometimes he does stuff like this, unfortunately.
Yeah. Sometimes it's fortunate.
True.
Sometimes we get a really good cheesy game out of him.
This is true. This is true.
But that, what was that, like a 12 pool or something? That's just like a lazy rush, I feel. As I was speaking on earlier, like there's a lot of different crazy rushes you can do, and a 12 pool I feel like is just disrespectful. I feel like I could hold a 12 pool against a GM. Like the follow-up, not so much. I probably wouldn't win, but I could at least hold the beginning 12 pool. And speaking of the 12 pool, speaking of disrespectful things, he doesn't quite have the flag on screen here. At least he doesn't for me. We haven't put in the Colombian flag yet because only one man ever uses it. And he's spawning in the top left hand. Oh wait, this is Ryu here. Yeah. Whoa, I thought we had his flag. Why isn't that showing up this time? I don't know. But we're just gonna roll with it. It's the Peruvian Italian. That's why. That's the Peruvian Italian flag. In case you guys didn't know. But it is the Zerg he's on the come up. He's beating some of the greatest players, possibly the greatest player in the world right now. He's up 1. It is Ryu.
And everyone, exclamation mark Funada Cosmos, because when he joined, it bugged out the flag. So both players currently representing Belize right now. As we have the Colombian Zerg player representing himself as he's also teamless. We have El Envuelto, El Capullo. It is eGGz. And you were talking about it earlier about eGGz like maybe wanting to get that Chilean citizenship. I think the real reason why he would want to is because he knows that we don't have the Colombian flag. So he he's like, fine, you know what? I'll get married just so I can get the Chilean flag.
Or maybe he's waiting to get married until you get the Colombian flag. He's like, no, they're going to put the Colombian flag in, and I'm not going to be Chilean until we get my Colombian flag in here. And then once he gets his Colombian flag, he'll be like, all right, I can be Chilean now. As long as the Ducklings have the flag on hand for the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to fill the spot of best Colombian?
Right? Like, who's going to be? It could be anyone. It could be a diamond player.
Yeah. So is eGGz. I'm gonna become Colombian and become the best Colombian player. Is eGGz in I want to talk to eGGz. Like, what's going on at home? You okay, man? What's with all the cheese?
Yeah, like
he went instant third base.
Yeah, he's got the two extremes. Game 1, he went for a 12 pool. Game 3, he went for a very fast third hatchery, and Ryu spots it immediately with his Overlord.
That's funny. He went in with his first Overlord, which is kind of rare.
Mm.
Normally, it's a second Overlord that'll spot it, but Ryu caught it.
Yeah, so, I mean, I imagine Ryu with the faster Link speed, because eGGz's Link speed was delayed because he went for the faster third hatch, like, Ryu's going to be applying pressure here. He's actually going for a third base of his own, which makes the most sense, and we'll see if eGGz can get away with this greed.
Yeah, and, I would assume that Ryu's gonna just like Link Flood. I mean, he's gonna have Link speed for quite some time here. He probably shouldn't have lost those 2 Lings. He pulled him out and came back. He'd be good, but eGGz does get, you know, quicker queens. He'll have 3 queens in production at a time here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This Link Flood, he's getting Banes. That's cool. eGGz is also going for a Baneling Nest, so there's gonna be actually a pretty big gap, I would say, here in the world of a Zerg player for those Banelings to be morphed in for Ryu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But does he take advantage?
I'm just keeping an eye on the production tab because I'm very surprised Ryu is actually droning up. He's opting not to go for a Link Flood and take advantage of the fact that he has Link speed and eGGz doesn't right now. So yeah, we're just gonna macro up, and it looks like Ryu is gonna let eGGz get away with this opener. He's just droning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. And this is weird. So because eGGz got the faster third hatchery and he has more larva, eGGz is the one going for the Link Flood. He's got nothing but Links in production.
Ooh, wow, interesting. Yeah, I think Ryu lost his window of opportunity here. He just went defensive.
Yeah, but that could be the right move because like eGGz is like going all in essentially. Like he's completely cut worker production. He's just going across the map.
Well, if he had gone across the map earlier and had like a couple Banes, it would have forced eGGz to stay home.
True.
And then he could have got defensive Banes, but I mean, I don't know. eGGz with the 3 bases, he used that to his advantage to he's even on workers right now, even getting more workers in Ryu now that he sees the defense. And Ryu going for defense is now down in workers. He had to make a whole bunch of defense, and by defense I mean Banelings. So he's not really going to get the value that he should have out of, or take advantage of what eGGz went for here. Good connect on all the Banelings, though, from eGGz, taking out the Banelings with minimal damage. Oh my god, is this working? He just out-microed him.
We'll see. There's only 1 Baneling left, and it's going to be denied here. So these Lings, these Lings of eGGz, he's actually going to be able to potentially kill this base.
There's no Banelings on the way for Ryu. He's just trying to hold until 12, 14 more Lings pop. He's bringing the queens. eGGz is not going to get this base. No way, no how.
Yeah, I mean, Banelings are being morphed in, so Ryu, he does barely hold, but behind this, eGGz, he's droning up. Like, he's actually getting away with this, and he's actually transitioning quite well.
Yeah, it's interesting how this is turning out. Ryu, he's really got to stick on this defense. If he, like, slips up one more time with those Banelings, it could be all over, but this is beautiful for eGGz. He got away with keeping his third base. He droned up out the wazoo. He kept Ryu at home. He also forced out a lot of Lings and defensive units from Ryu. And Ryu's kind of scared to be offensive here, which he shouldn't be.
Yeah, so there are a couple of things that Ryu does have going for him. He has a much faster lair. His was finished long ago. Meanwhile, eGGz just finished his. So Ryu will be ahead in upgrades. He's already started +2 range. He's already almost halfway through with, you know, speed for his roaches. So there is an opportunity for him to be aggressive with his roaches, but is he going to take that opportunity? That's the bigger question.
Yeah. I just like how in the chat, eLegacy's like, eLegacy has arrived. Ooh! That was rough. What was that all about? I mean, that was decent. StarCraft is such an unforgiving game, and I love it. It really translates into life. Like one small slip up and the tides have turned.
Oh yeah, just like that, Ryu, his link out was completely reset. He had so many of them, they all went down to a handful of banelings, and oh boy, now eGGz, he definitely does have the advantage. He has the much faster fourth base, you know, he's catching up on upgrades because Ryu, he's just being defensive. He's not pushing out at all with his roaches. And yeah, eGGz looking a lot better here in game number 2.
Yeah, it's getting interesting here. eGGz is looking better, and I mean, I guess obviously you can say that Ryu just isn't playing better than eGGz, but I feel like he could have beat eGGz here if he just took advantage of that beginning aggression.
Yeah, it's better to say that Ryu's response to what he scouted in the early game was questionable, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if I were to say like, oh, eGGz is just playing phenomenal, he's dropping here, he's burrowed roaches in every different which way, then I'd be like, okay, eGGz is just playing really good, and it's hard for Ryu to beat that. But here it was just Ryu not taking advantage of his upper position, and I guess you kind of said it. His base was wounded early on, and now it's gonna go down like 5 minutes later.
Yeah. This definitely feels like the decision making for Ryu just wasn't quite there. Like because he made a bunch of choices here, and yeah, because of that, eGGz was able to take full advantage of that.
GG. Interesting ball game we got here going on. I wonder what's going on with eGGz, but it seems like everyone's kind of getting scared by eGGz, or not eGGz. I'm sorry, Ryu. I wonder what's been going on with Ryu. But it seems like everyone is fearing Ryu. Maybe he's been performing well in some other tournaments. I don't know who's playing the Copa Hyperion or whatever it's called. But there's some other Latin American tournaments that I haven't kept up with, and maybe Ryu's doing really good out there.
Yeah, eGGz is not giving him a straight up game. You know, he's either being incredibly aggressive or being a little bit greedy. We'll see what eGGz decides to do here in game number 3, or if Ryu does something crazy and he himself goes for like a 13-12 or something.
Yeah, I would like to see eGGz go for the Scarlet Link speed, where it's like I think it's like 14 gas, 13 pool, and then like 12 hatch or something. All right, no Belize flags this time around.
All right, we're good. We should be good. It's like at the last second they all get changed. It's like, no.
Someone joins at the last second. I mean, it's really only one flag because we don't have eGGz flag anyways.
You know what? You know what's gonna happen when we add the Colombian flag? We're gonna get rid of the Belize flag. It's just gonna get out.
That'd be hilarious. And then eGGz is gonna get married. He's gonna be Chilean, and then some Belize player is gonna come out and be like super great, and then he's gonna be like, "Where the hell's my flag?" And then we're gonna get his flag, and then he's gonna get married and become Colombian or something. And the cycle will continue in the fight for having your flag right under your base. But this guy on top left doesn't have to worry about that, because we got his flag, and we know his race, we know his name. He is the Peruvian Italian Stallion? Caballero? Caballo? I don't know, but he is the guy bringing it to all the Zergs today. It's Ryu, the Viper Lurker King himself.
And spawning in at the top right-hand corner of Pillars of Gold, LE. He is the Colombian Zerg player, currently teamless, but he deserves to get on a team. Someone get out there. Exxon even. Come on, mate. How can you not have this guy? We have El Vuelto, El Capullo. It is eGGz.
I feel like eGGz needs some more egg memes and memorabilia around him, like a little like picture of an egg somewhere as his clan tag or something, or maybe his own eGGz clan.
He needs on stream. He needs like a pet egg. He needs an egg cam.
Yeah, something, an egg cam. Yeah, or like enough subscribers and he smashes an egg on his head or something. I don't know.
Oh god.
Eggs are just too easy to add in for promotional value.
He could like, maybe if someone subscribes, like eGGz writes a name of the subscriber on an egg, so he has like a carton of eggs.
Yeah, A carton of eggs.
And then if you redeem enough points, he'll eat you.
He'll eat you. The egg or
He'll eat
egg with the player name.
The egg with your name on it, yeah.
He'll eat the actual subscriber live on TV. The carton would be a good name for like his group of subscribers.
Yeah.
Or like his channel. Like, welcome to the carton eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know what he'd call his subscribers. Since he's eggs, they would be
chickens?
Embryos?
Embryos? The yolks?
What's it? The yolks? Ooh, that's a good one. Yolks. That would be great. I don't know what yolk is in Spanish though.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody know? This is a problem I had. I when I would visit Mexico when I was younger, my aunt would ask me how I won my eggs, and I never knew how to say scrambled in Spanish.
Revuelto.
Is that how they say it?
Yeah. Huevo revuelto.
Isn't that just like mixed up?
Yeah. Well, scrambled, mixed up. Yeah.
Scrambled, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, learn stuff every day here. But what is a yolk?
Right, like we need Mabels on this, not just for the yolk, but also to get an egg carton, and you know.
Yeah. To be fair, also Darking. Darking seems to be the information godfather. Mm-hmm. We got the fairy and the father. The fairy godfather.
Oh.
Ooh, I like that. The fairy godfather. But that kind of means that Kuro and Darking are married.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one's the fairy and one's the fairy godfather.
Yeah, fairy godfather and godmother, Cosmo and Wanda.
Well, then who's the guy? Who's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger like leader of the fairies? Who's that?
Oh, geez, me? I have no idea. Steel mold?
Oh God, no! Oh God!
And I looked it up, and I'm not happy with the results, but it says yolk in Spanish is yema de huevo. I don't know what yema means.
Yema. Okay.
I'm kind of at a lost for words here. Google Translate isn't always the best. If you guys have seen any of is it Yaku who tries to do the Spanish intros?
Yes.
And they're awful. These are absolutely awful, and it's great.
It's amazing. And speaking a little bit about the game, eGGz, of course, if I recall, he was trying to expand, but it got denied, and now he's here on 2 bases. No lair yet, which is surprising to me.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I guess we could talk about the game a little bit here if you must. But the links from eGGz are going to get surrounded here eventually and just die off. That's a bad trade. He's even going to lose an Overlord. I think eGGz might be tilted or in a rush here or something. I mean, that Overlord might get away, but he seems to make a few uncharacteristic moves here.
Yeah, he's just kind of slipping up, and he's trying to re-expand. Like, he's trying to take that third, but still, like, you know, minimal drones. Like, I think that's something that we have to say. He only has 28 drones, 28 workers. Yo, he's going all in. He's going for some big play right now.
No. Yeah, I mean, a big play, some would say. Others would just say like a Hail Mary attempt at an all-in.
100%.
Overlords are going to see it. He's putting down, I think he already has spines down somewhere. Yeah, he's got a spine at the third base. eGGz is ling flooding. Got a few roaches and a few lings. This isn't really like a, oh my god, can Ryu hold? It's like,
Well, I mean,
does Ryu mess up here?
Can Ryu hold? Because right now he's slowly trickling out some roaches. The longer this game goes on, he'll definitely be able to have enough here. But at the moment, eGGz does have the advantage when it comes to the roach count.
He's got 1 transfuse, I believe, for that spine crawler. Is he going to get the transfuse? No transfuse. Wow, eGGz did it. Oh, geez, that sucked.
Yeah, the lings are getting a full surround on the queen, so all the queens are going to be going down, and eGGz, he's saving his roaches by turning them into ravagers, and Ryu, he just doesn't have enough here. He's at least going to lose the hatchery. He needs to make sure he doesn't trickle in units. He needs to, like, you know, bank up as much as he can. Oh, God.
Yeah, and I think eGGz did it here. Ryu, I don't think he took it serious enough.
I mean, he's got 9 roaches on the way, which, I mean, he'll definitely be able to hold with that, but how much is he going to lose before the roaches come out?
Yeah, it's always a tough call to make. He tried to hold in the wrong position, I think. He's pulling the boys. The boys are back in town, and they're fighting for their lives here. But it's kind of a weird fight here. The lings are surrounding some of the roaches. The probes are surrounding some of the roaches, and wow, Eggs actually did it, man. GG Eggs. Ryu just slightly unable to hold there. I was getting worried for Eggs. I was, but he did it.
Exactly. Going to show that you don't need a lair, you just need 28 drones and you just push across the map with roaches. And yeah, Ryu, he did see them pushing out across in the middle of the map, but as you said, he didn't take it seriously. He thought, you know what, I can hold against this. Oh.
Yeah. He was like, one spine and a couple of units, I got this. But I don't think he expected the Ling flood from Eggs after, because Eggs had I think he saved up larva or something, but he had 18 Lings for backup on that, so it's really hard to counter the 18 Lings. I'm sure he just thought more roaches were along the way or coming his way.
Yeah, definitely.
See how it goes.
Yeah, so Ryu going out of the tournament, not in the cleanest way, not in the best of fashions, but Eggs, he does advance. He goes all the way to the grand finals, and he's going to be facing one of these players. Surprisingly, what the hell is going on? Jim Rising versus Destroyer TT is still going on.